then a new IP for Nintendo, and this shows the capability of the Joy-Con 2 using it as a mouse, drag and drive. So it's basketball in a wheelchair. So you use the mouse as a wheelchair, and then you use it like you move it like you're playing basketball in a wheelchair. I know it's weird, but okay, but diversity, representative for people in wheelchair, I guess. So I mean, it is what it is. It's sort of, I guess, a game showcase demonstrating the mouse feature for the Switch 2. And then third-party game, no surprise. So I kind of list some of here that they showed in a sizzle reel. Elder Ring is going to have one, and yes, it's going to be 30 frame as expected. Hades 2, that's going to be multi-platform. Finally, Street Fighter 6 on the Switch 2. And yes, it will be cross-play with the other console. And not only that, on the Nintendo version, you're going to have Amiibo. And the feature for that one is that if you scan a Street Fighter Amiibo, you can get more free stuff for your avatar. It is what it is there. Daemon X Machina 2, yeah, it's a sequel. Split Fiction, from that guy who does like split multiplayer game. Makes sense, one of the best games ever. No microtransaction or political stuff in it. EA Sports game's gonna be there. Hogwarts Legacy is gonna have a Switch 2 edition, better performance. Hopefully that's free update. Tony Hawk 3 and 4, makes sense. Hitman, another one. Surprisingly, 007. This is also going to be in the Switch 2. Bravely Default HD, the one that's based on the 3DS, is going to have a Switch version. It's going to be multi-platform. We'll just have to wait and see. Yakuza 0. So again, if you only have a Nintendo console, you don't play PlayStation, Xbox, or Steam, and you only have a Nintendo console, here it is. And if you're interested with the Yakuza, just like Yakuza Kiwami, you got to do the Hype franchise test. Show Sega that you're interested to have Yakuza on a Nintendo console. If Zero, they even adding some new stuff, is popular, maybe they'll add more Yakuza game on the Switch. And for me, I played them already when it first came out on the respected console. It is what it is. Like I said, yes. The key thing about it is like, oh, wait a minute. Why are you bringing this third-party game? I already played them on the Switch. Well, first of all, portability. But second is, people who only have a Switch console or planning to get only Switch 2, there you go. You say, wait a minute. They kind of did it with the Wii U. Well, different marketing, different situation, and it didn't work out. This time around, because of the portability feature, it has a more advantage. And then another new game from Tecmo Koei teaming up with Nintendo, Hyrule Warrior Age of Imprisonment. So yes, just like Hyrule Warrior Calamity of Age, this is sort of a prequel to Tears of the Kingdom, to some extent that it tells the story of what happened to Princess Zelda when she got sent back in time. And again, yeah, spoiler, the game is to some extent old. Is that in the very beginning, Link went to the Sky City, basically part of ancient Hyrule. At the same time, Zelda, for whatever reason, ended up traveling back millions, I think, in the past. 100 millions, I can't even remember. Basically, she met the first king of Hyrule. And yes, only that particular timeline is as the first king of Hyrule. Don't think too much about it. Yes, and people did say that the game is canon to the Zelda game. Okay, but again, Hyrule Warrior, this time around, since it's going to be in the Switch 2, hopefully perform better. Maybe there's also an enhanced update for Hyrule Warrior Age of Calamity, because the game is fun, but it runs like ass, like a potato, but it is what it is there. And then, exclusive to the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack for the Nintendo Switch 2 is, yes, people have been asking for it, and they finally did it. GameCube will be on that one. So a lot of people did kind of compare, oh, you can play it on the Switch one. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I kind of argued that with the 3DS with Game Boy games, and they never did it. And a lot of people did say the reason why they didn't do it was all of those Game Boy Advance game that kind of, it was an apology for early adopters. There were a bunch of, I think, DSi games. So they convert them to DSi games, and that's why. So I don't know what the story with the GameCube not being on the Switch, but it is what it is, giving you more incentives of why to get a Switch 2. And to some extent, kind of justifying the price of the expansion pack So it's still $50, which is good. So again, they're adding more stuff. So there you go. And plus, if you are a expansion pack subscriber, the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, the Switch 2 edition will be free. So there you go. More third-party games. Deltarune 3 and 4, Borderlands 4, Civilization 2, WWE 2K25, and NBA 2K25 is going to be finally on the Switch 2. Backstory, if you remember, WWE 2K18 was on the Switch, and it ran like shit. Like, I mean shit. That's why for a while they weren't even supporting the game on the Switch, and you can see why. Cyberpunk 2027 also going to be on the Switch too. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate will also going to be on the Switch too. And that one, just like Elder Ring, as expected, is going to be only 30 frames, just like the PS4 Pro to some extent. It only runs on 30 frames. Again, who knows? Like I said, it could be as powerful as a Series S. We'll just have to wait and see. And they did say that more games are coming in. And then more reveals, more new game, and this one is called Duskblood, and yes, it is a Soul game from Software, and it is exclusive to the Switch because Nintendo is funding this game. Yeah, it does look like Bloodborne, because the problem is a lot of people are complaining, hey Sony, what's going on with Bloodborne? How come you're not doing anything about it? Alright, well, you know what? No Bloodborne, why not just have something new? Duskblood. So it is what it is there. It is a first-party game for Nintendo Switch. Hey, if Bloodborne's a first-party game on the PlayStation, why not there? And then Sakurai's Mysteries game, Kirby Air Riders. Yeah, so people thinking it is a sequel. I mean, kind of makes it should be a sequel from a GameCube game. And if you watch Sakurai's YouTube, he did mention that hopefully he'll make a new version of Kirby Air Ride. And there it is. And then closing with this one is Donkey Kong Bonanza, a 3D Donkey Kong game, and yes, it is facts now. Donkey Kong look different. They did change him. I guess they just not happy with the rare version, so they said, you know what, we're just gonna do our own. Very, very animated, I have to say. There you go, Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. They show what it is. They show what the game's gonna come out. Yes, like I said, no achievements as of right now. Still, they didn't mention it. Hopefully, in the long run, they'll mention it. Maybe in a Mario Kart World Nintendo Direct, because they have one. Maybe they'll introduce achievement. Like I said, as of right now, there is sort of an in-game achievement with Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Hopefully there is still a universal achievement. And if they don't, I don't know what's wrong with them. It's kind of stupid if they didn't do it, in my personal opinion, but whatever. Like I said, console's going to come out June 5th, 2025. So they reveal the price of the console. So the base one will be $450. Yes, so $100 more than the OLED. I was hoping it would be $400. It would make sense, but $450, okay. And then there's also a $500 version that comes with Mario Kart World. So you're getting $50. So you say, oh, that's cool. Not so quite, because the game itself, they revealed digitally will be $80. So yeah, so the biggest controversy right now is, first of all, the console itself is expensive to some extent. Maybe even the accessories are becoming expensive. The Switch 2 Pro controller is $10 more, but again, you can see more moving parts inside. The dock itself also is $100 because there's moving parts and it's more powerful than a regular dock. Other stuff's going to be expensive. Again, hey, Nintendo, Sony with their controllers are expensive. Xbox, same thing, so why not? But it is gonna oof to some extent, but yeah, so it's $450 at the lowest. The games are the one that's gonna be concerning because, like I said, $80 for Mario Kart World, and then for Donkey Kong Bonanza, it's $70. So what people are now seeing that, yeah, Nintendo, their first party game, they're probably gonna be ranging from $70 to $100. Yeah, no joke. It's going to be $100. And people might argue, oh, well, that's what happened in the past. Remember days in the N64, the games were like expensive. That's in the past, people. We don't really want to look in the past when it comes to technology and business, but some people do. Again, is it acceptable? Who knows? You make a call. It's the eye of the beholder if you think it's worth that price. I wouldn't be surprised to some extent that if we're going to go down fast, because I did mention this before in 2022 that, yeah, the game's $70. Why am I not worried? Because I was right. Within years, to some extent, depends on the game, they're already on sale. Dragon Age, Veilguard, it's already free on PlayStation Plus. I mean, the game is bad and political, but you catch my drift. And that game was supposed to be a $70 game. It's already on sale to some extent, and even some other game. But granted, some of them are like slop, but it is what it is. And like I said, in Woot right now, there are some first-party games that's on sale. Just saying there. So I wouldn't be surprised to some extent if a lot of this switch to games gonna go down price. We'll just have to wait and see. Again, yes, Mario Kart, they get away with it because, it's Nintendo, it's Mario Kart's popular. There are people saying they're willing to pay $80 for it. For me, hell no, but we'll have to wait and see. So that's one of the controversy. Again, and then I wouldn't be surprised if the Nintendo subscription is going to go raise their price in the long run. Right now, they're probably just looking into it. What's the reason? Some people believe is the tariff, if you know that political story. Thanks to the new people running the country. Not going to touch that. Some people just believe that maybe Nintendo they can because they're Nintendo. Who knows? So unless you're a super hardcore Nintendo fan and that you're willing to spend a lot of money for views so you can get your returns on your stream and whatever, yeah, they're going to probably get it at launch. And at the same time, they're also helping other gaming community to see whether you should get it or not. So let the hardcore, let the people who have a lot of money, let them do it. Let them buy it at launch. And like I said, I agree with what Matt said, that on June, let the hardcore buy them. And then for the rest, wait at least 6 months to a year. By then, it's probably going to be easier to get them because, again, right now, to some extent, it is expensive. People like the Switch because it was affordable. It was a good alternative. But with this, oof, wow, dude, the prices are going to be questionable. But there you go. We'll just have to wait and see what happened. There will be Treehouse on 2 days to showcase some of the game. Are they going to showcase some of the achievement? Who knows? But it is what it is. We'll just have to wait and see. There you go, my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. It is long because I do want to talk about what I saw. It is what it is. So with that, I'll see you guys later.